Now that I've graduated high school, I can say that I had a blast. I tried so many new things, I met so many new people, but in a way, I wasted high school. And even worse, thousands of other people in this world, potentially even including you, are currently wasting high school or even their entire lives. This is my cautionary tale. And to preface, I normally don't explicitly ask you to watch a video all the way through, but this is one of the most important messages that I could ever share to you. My story begins freshman year. I'm currently living in West Lafayette, Indiana, and I have a bunch of friends that I've known since elementary school, and I move at the end of that year, beginning of sophomore year, to where I am right now, Edmond, Oklahoma. Before, I was kind of weird. If I was to see myself today, I would be aghast that I thought wearing shorts and a t-shirt year-round with neon knee-high socks was an appalling fashion choice, but that's where a core important theme comes in. When I arrive here, sophomore year, I initially feel pretty isolated. I feel like I don't have any friends, which wasn't true, and that will become very important later. And I begin to reinvent myself to become the Jonas that I think will become popular, become the coolest kid in the school, and I start by changing almost everything that I can about myself to fit in. And that carries over into junior year. And as well, in part, into senior year. I've spent the past 6 months trying to undo what I've done to open myself back up. And if I could give a quote that sums this up perfectly, this book is amazing, Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man. It's a great dive into identity and the meaning of identity. And he says, "What and how much had I lost by trying to do only what was expected of me instead of what I myself had wished to do?" That is powerful, and that completely sums up my experience. And ultimately, I'm living, breathing proof that chasing popularity and fame isn't worth it. I never was cool. I never got any of the girls. And ultimately, I just realized that it didn't amount to anything. Here I am, half of the people, if not more, in my graduating class, I will never see again in my life. And I'm coming to realize that popularity, this abstract and arbitrary thing that I've been chasing all of high school, gone in an instant. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm not going to see these people again, so why did I care so much about what they thought about me? Ultimately, the only thing that I did in those efforts to chase fame and to get people to like me was overlooking all of the people that had my back from the beginning. And that is such a sad, unfortunate thing that I wasted high school in that way because I didn't focus and didn't appreciate on the things that I had, and now they're gone. Most of these friends that I have right now, I won't see them for years. And I didn't appreciate every moment that I had with them like I should have. You could be in school, you could be out of school, and this still applies. We never know when we'll see someone for the last time. And ultimately, I think this can even be something that's difficult for adults. Ultimately, popularity and how other people view you can become something that is a core aspect of someone's identity and ultimately doesn't matter. If my identity was based solely on how some of the popular kids at my school viewed me, it would be horrible. And that's how I viewed myself for a while. And it took a lot of time and effort and recoding my brain to realize that my identity is not built on other people's views of me. My identity is something that I have for myself. Like our narrator in Invisible Man finds, his identity has nothing to do with other people around him. And ultimately, you obtain that identity by making that realization. So here I am warning you not to follow my footsteps if you are about to start high school or about to start middle school, or even if you've graduated high school. Identity is so much more important than popularity. Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father created you how you were meant to be. Please don't change yourself for other people that could care less about you. Why would you focus so much on how they feel about you when ultimately they don't care. Ultimately, I think it's best for us to put our identity and our trust in the one that cares way more about us than anyone else does. And through that, you can find true peace and true appreciation of your own worth and identity. So, to conclude, some advice from a graduating senior. Yeah, it's kind of not fun to not be popular, but is it worth being popular if you aren't yourself?